Hello my friends and hello my students and hello my viewers throughout the world. Welcome again to English 9 with Hisham, the home of innovation, creation and English language learning and engagement. Today's lesson is simple present, and today you're going to learn how to use simple present appropriately and systematically. So, in today's lesson, you will be able to use verbs in simple present. You will also be able to distinguish between verb endings, and of course, you will be able to use s of third person singular for he, she, and it appropriately. So let's jump into our lesson, my friends. Now, today we're going to talk about routines. So I want you, my friends, to listen and repeat. Listen and repeat. Wake up. Wake up. Have a shower. Have a shower. Have breakfast. Have breakfast. Go to school. Go to school. Go to work. Go to work. Study. Study. Play football. Play football. Wash a car. Wash a car. Play video games. Play video games. Go jogging. Go jogging. Listen to music. Listen to music. Work in office. Work in office. Ride a bike. Ride a bike. Go for a picnic. Go for a picnic. Great job, my friends. Now, our next activity is a game, which is story sequencing. And my friends, I want you to look at the pictures and try to put the pictures into correct order. So we have picture A and picture B and picture C. So which one do you think is A? Which one do you think it's B? And which one is C? So my friends, let's do it. Let's do it, my friends. So this is gonna be picture A, and this is gonna be picture B, and this is gonna be the last picture, picture C. And now we shall discuss why did we choose, these special sequencing of the pictures. So this is picture A because the thief robs a woman. This is the starting point. This is the starting point of the story. So we have the thief robs a woman of her purse, and then he runs away, and then the thief runs away, but fortunately the police officer the police officer catches the thief, and this is the possible sequence of this story. Fantastic, my friends. Let's carry on our lesson, which is going to be an interesting lesson. Now again, next we're going to read a text. So this is going to be reading comprehension, and maybe the text is about the police officer, maybe about his life. So let's discover, my friends. Good, so you're going to read the paragraph and answer the questions. So let's do it all together, my friends. You listen and you repeat. I know our neighbor Saeed. He lives with his wife Amal and his two children, Omar and Sabrine. Saeed loves his family. He is fit and active. He plays sports. Saeed works as a policeman. We love him because he likes to help people and catch thieves. He rides his motorbike to work. It makes a lot of noise. My kids like him so much. Good. So my friends, you have these sentences. Number 1, Saeed is not happy with his family. Number 2, Saeed works in a bank. Number 3, he drives his car to work. And number 4, Saeed and Amal have one child. So my friend, you have some wait time. I want you to listen carefully, and you grab your notebook and you start working, my friends. You have 3 minutes. This is your wait time, your thinking time. You reflect on the activity. You write down your answers and we shall meet just in moments. My friends, our time has come to an end. Let's correct the activity. So number one, Saeed is not happy with his family. So could this be possible? Could Saeed is not happy with his family? Is this true? So let's find out, my friends. I don't think so. I'm not sure whether this is true. So this is false, of course. Saeed loves his family. Saeed loves his family. Number two, Saeed works in a bank. So what do you think? You have just seen Saeed with the outfit, with his working outfits. So this is again is not possible. Of course, this is false. Saeed is a policeman. Saeed works as a policeman, as a police officer. And number three, he drives his car to work. So this is again, I'm not sure whether it's true. I doubt about this. Of course, Saeed, he rides his motorbike. He's got a motorbike that he rides to work. Good. Now what about number four? Saeed and Emil have one child. Again, I'm not sure whether this is true. This is also false because they have two beautiful kids, Omar and Sabrine. Fantastic, my friends. Let's carry on our activity today. It's gonna be an interesting one. But before we carry on, my friends, don't forget, if you are a new follower, my friends, don't hesitate to subscribe in the channel. You are welcome again. So my friends, fantastic. Let's carry on. This is a grammar lesson. Again, if you are just been to this lesson, so this is a grammar lesson about simple present, and now this time it's noticing activity where you have to discover, the rules of and the mechanics, the mechanisms of the simple presents. Good. So my friends, in this activity, I want you to read the paragraph and highlight the verbs. Find out the verbs of in this paragraph. So again, you have some wait time. I want you to underline all the verbs in the paragraph. So the first one is done for you. This is the first verb. I know. I give you some time. This time it's 2 minutes. You highlight all the verbs of the paragraph. Let's do it. So you take your notebook, you just write down the verbs in the paragraph. So you can do it. The music is on. It is a motivating music. You just write down, you underline, or you write down the verbs from the paragraph, and then we shall discuss just in moments. Fantastic, my friends. Let's carry on our activity and let's correct the exercise now. Now, what about the other verbs? Can you find them? So the first one is that for you. This is the first verb. I know. Here it is. Highlighted. And the next verb is lives. So he lives. Said lives with his wife and the children. Again, and the next verb is love. Said loves his family. Here it is highlighted. Okay, and we have got the verb to be. Here it is, and then he plays, and then we have works, and the next verb is love. We love him because he likes to help people and likes again, and we have help, and we have catch the thieves, and then we have ride his motorbike, and we have again it makes a lot of noise. We're talking about the motorbike. And do we still have other verbs? Yes, of course, we have the last verb here, which is like. So the kids like him so much. Great job, my friends. You have done a fantastic job. Let's carry on our activities for this. So next, my friends, you're going to deal with simple present, the form of this simple present. We are going to notice and find out the form of this tense, which is a simple present. So as you can see in the screen, we have the verbs. From the paragraph, we put them with their corresponding subjects. We have I know, and we have he loves, and we have it makes. We're talking about the motorbike. It makes a lot of noise. We love him so much, and then we have they like. So next we have to look carefully at the examples and discover the rule behind the simple present. So you look at the example and you find the rule. There is a kind of rule that is undergoing and that is organizing the whole system of simple present. It is a simple rule which you have to discover and observe and notice from the examples. So this is the frame of our pronouns. They are categorized into categories: I, you, we, they. Okay, this is the first category, and then we have he, she, it. This is the second category, and there is a kind of distinction between these two categories. So you have to look at the examples and put down the form and the rule of simple present that we are going to work with later on. So what do you think? So my friend, this is the rule that we have come up with all together. We have I, you, we, and they. They are plus verb, like I know, we love, they like, etc. And then we have got he, she, and it, which are plus verb and plus s. Look at the example. He loves and it makes. She works in a hospital. He works in a bank. It makes a lot of noise. It barks a lot. A dog barks a lot at night. It barks a lot at night. So this is the rule of simple present. I want you to learn this rule and you work with it, but don't bother yourself. In the next activities, there is room for reflection, and there is room for using these new structure, this new rule that we have just come up with. So let's move on, my friends, to the next activity. Now in Checkin, you complete the dialogue with the correct form of the verb. So we have a dialogue between Sarah and Nora, and they are talking about a photo album, as you can see in the picture. So Sarah, who are these? Nora, this is my uncle Omar, and that is my aunt Nawal. They, and we have the verb live in Rabat, but they work in Casablanca. Omar, and we have verb work in a bank, and his wife, we have the verb work in a hospital. My friends, you have 2 minutes. You take your notebook again and you start working. Don't forget to use the rule that we have just talked about I'm not going to mention it again, but you have to call your memory. You have to squeeze your mind, and you call on the rule that we have found out. This is the 2 minutes, and we shall meet just in moments. Let's do it. Good job, my friends. Let's carry on our activity and let's correct. We have Sarah and Nora in this dialogue. Sarah, who are these? Nora, this is my uncle Omar and that's my aunt Nawal. The verb live. They live in Rabat, but they work in Casablanca. So they live and they work. They are without S. And we have Omar work. Omar works in a bank, it's with S, and his wife works in hospital, it's again with S. Good job, my friends. Let's carry on our dialogue. Sarah, and who is this? Nora, this is my brother Rashid on his bike. He, and this is the verb ride. Sorry for the mistake. This is he rides it. He rides it at the weekend, so it's plus S. And Sarah, and who's this short old woman? Nora, that's not a short old woman, that's me. Sarah, regretting, oops, oh, I'm sorry, my friend. Oh, that is a terrible mistake. Good job, my friends. Now, I shall leave this as a homework for you. You have to choose the correct form of the verb. Here, it's he live or lives. So one verb is plus S. He live or lives in London. 2, we come or comes to school every day. And 3, Hassan ride or rides his bike to school. And number 4, I work or works on Mondays. Number 5, Ahmed and Zakaria listen or listens to music. This is a homework for you, my friends, and for you, my students. You have to come up with this activity, solve it in the classroom so that we can correct them all together. Good. Next, this is a production activity where, my friends, you have to look at the pictures and tell what do the people do. Look at the pictures, and you have these 4 verbs. You have read, and you have watch, play, and cook. So let's do it. You have some wait time. I'm gonna give you some 2 minutes, and you have to work it out. The first one is done for you. Selma rides bike on such Sundays, and my friends, you have to do the other ones. You look at the pictures, you take some time, and this is some moments of reflection. You take your notebook, you put down the answers on your notebook. So we shall meet very soon in moments, and this is the wait time. You do it, and we shall be just in a moment. So my friends, it's time to correct our exercise. Now Selma rides a bike on Sundays. This is Selma, she's riding a bike on Sundays. Now what about number 2? Number 2 are video games. So what is the corresponding verb for this sentence? Of course it is play. I play video games. I play video games on the weekends, for example. And number 3, Natoro and Sugata, and we have cartoon. We have this is no old man, and this is so this is the picture. All good. So Natoro and Sugata, cartoon. What do they do with cartoon? They watch cartoon. So this is it. Natoro and Sugata watch cartoon. Good. Now what about number 4? My mother, a delicious meal. Look at the picture here. Look at the picture. My mother, she's in the kitchen. And what is the verb? The corresponding verb, cook. She's cooking a meal. So my mother cooks a delicious meal. Cooks a delicious meal. Great job. And the last one, my father, and we have a newspaper. This is the picture of my father. What is he doing? My father reads a newspaper. My father reads a newspaper. Great job, my friends. This is an interesting exercise, and I want you to be careful about the S of third person singular. Fantastic, my friends. Let's carry on the next activity, now which is contrast strategy. Now here you have to a certain verb, and you have to put the verb in the correct form. Put the verb in the correct form. Look at the picture here. Look at the picture. The baby and the verb eat. The verb eat every night. Every night. So what do you think? So again, we're talking about here the use of S. So is it with S or without S? With S or without S? So what do you think? So let's do it all together, my friends. So eats. The baby eats every night. So babies cannot, not like adults. They cannot stand, hunger. Otherwise, they will be in terrible health conditions. Fantastic, my friends. And you have the next activity, the next sentences: gym, tennis on Tuesday, and the verb play. And my brothers, the verb to be at home. And we have he, the verb to be again in hospital. And we have Jumana, books, the verb read like a worm. Good job, great job. Let's move on. We are going to tackle these examples. I want you to take your notebook. Yeah, you take your notebook and you start working. You have some wait moments, and then we're going to meet just in moments. You take care of the S of third person singular. You have to be very quick. Good. So let's move on, my friends. The next example. So gym, play, tennis on Tuesday. So you have to put the verb in the correct form. Put the verb in the correct form, my friends. So what do you think? What do you think, my friends? What do you think? Yeah, of course. So Jim plays tennis on Tuesday. Jim plays tennis on Tuesday. Great job, my friends. Let's carry on. Number 2. And this time we have this example. Friends, the verb to be at home. Friends, the popular sitcom Friends is a fantastic TV series which is very popular throughout the world, with millions and millions of viewers and hours of watching. So Friends, what do you think? What do you think, my friends? You have to be very decisive in your answers. What do you think? So let's do it, my friends. And of course, friends are at home. Friends are at home. Great job. Let's move to number 4, which is this example here. We have the verb to be, and we have the subject pronoun he. So he, the verb to be. What do you think? What do you think? Try to be very quick and try to be very critical in your answers. Good. So he, of course, he is in hospital. He is in hospital. Great job. Now the last example, number 5, we have Jumana, and we have the verb read, and read books like a worm. So worm is popular or known for somebody who reads books, or reads a lot of books. We call him, or we call her, a bookworm. That's why, as you can see on the picture, so worm which is an insect, but it is idiomatically or figuratively speaking, it's connected with reading books. So Jumana, what about the verb? What do you think? Can you decide on the verb ending? Is it with S or without S? So you gotta be very clever and to put the verb in the appropriate form. Of course, Jumana reads books. Jumana reads books like worm or like worms. Good. Next activity, my friends, it's free production, where you have to write a paragraph about what you and your family do at the weekend, or what do you do in your free time. So you start up your paragraph like this. You leave the identification space here, and you write up to the end of your paragraph. In my free time, but you have to talk about and to mention the people in your family, your parents, father and mother, your sister if you have got more than one sister, and of course you talk about you and your brother, or if you have got more than one brother, and if you have got a cat, or so you just take this as an example, and you put all of these people and you talk about their different, and you have to highlight the differences of activities that each folk of your family member does. So to deal with this topic, you have to mention different activities related to free time and weekend activities. So this is going to be homework that you do at home, and I'm talking about with my students. You do it at home, and we shall meet in class and to correct on the board. Great job. Let's move on. If we have seen yes, so this is the end of our lesson today, my friends. Our next video is going to be part 2. Is going to be a follow-up of these series of simple present videos, and the next video is going to be about verb endings, the verbs which are plus es and the verbs which are plus ies, and here we're talking about the third person singular, he, she and its. And in the same video we are going also to talk about the uses or the different uses of simple present. So my friends, it was fantastic meeting you. Now if you are a new follower, don't hesitate, my friends, to press like, you subscribe for the channel, and you hit the notification bell. Thank you, my friends, and it was fantastic meeting you today. I'm Hisham, your teacher and your friend, but don't forget to subscribe for the channel. Again, it was fantastic meeting you today, my friends. This is the end of our lesson. I hope that you have enjoyed our lesson, and see you next time. I hope you will be in good health, and with your family, with your relatives, and see you next time, and bye bye.